You might ask yourself, why is this guy cooking with so much dang butter? It's not good for him. Well, it's a valid question, but at the time I didn't care because my mind was on squirrel hunting. Because this is day 2 of our adventure. Today, it's supposed to be in the 60s almost, believe it or not, for late December in Ohio, of all places. But weather around here is unpredictable, so you never know what you're going to get. So I got to dress light today, and it's a little bit chilly to start, but it's going to warm up. But before I can get after it in the woods, I gotta feel my body first. So that's why I'm making this gourmet breakfast, as you can see. 3 eggs, a couple pieces of toast. Today I had decided to trade the compound bow for more modern technology, scoped rifle. This one's a Savage 22. And it's deadly accurate. It'll take the eye out of a squirrel at 30 yards, which, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. One problem it does have is it doesn't always feed properly, meaning when you go to eject the bullet you just shot, it doesn't always grab the casing out of the chamber, which can be a pain, and it costs me squirrels sometimes, but I live with it. Fortunately for us, it did not take very long before I saw our first squirrel when I was on the hunt. Up there. I saw them. They're up the hill. There you go, again, climbing hills. But that doesn't seem like too hard of a climb. I think I can make that one. Give me a clear shot. Bingo. No way. He can't still be alive. It's gotta just be his nervous system. He's still kicking up there. I hit that sucker right in the head. Right here. I took off. That's right. I'll catch up to him. Up there in a tree with all the vines on it. First saw him right here. Right here. There he is. He's in his nest. Oh, but he's way too high up there for me to shoot. If I shoot at him up there, I have no idea where this bullet's going. Wait for him to climb down. Try to call him a little bit. There he is. There he is. He's coming. Damn, he's fast. Alright, I may be getting in too deep for this one. Getting real thick up here. I don't know where this sucker went, man. Snag my camera, of course. Sucker's right there. Oh, okay. man, it's gonna be a tough shot. I'll have a good rest. I'm not taking that shot. Maybe I can get lucky. Be able to sneak up here. I know he's on that tree. Where'd he go? Oh, shoot, there he is. He's coming down. Okay, he's on the ground. I gotta get out of here, man. Quick and quiet. There's several of them over here, man. That's gorgeous, man. Check that out. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Looks like a good deer crossing, that's for sure. But it's a pain in the ass crossing for me. I'm sliding. Thing about a day like today is it's easier for me to move around quietly because the leaves are wet, but it's also easy for them to move quietly, so you really got to listen and pay attention and be looking. And I think I just heard at least one or two screwing around over here, but I heard one chewing a nut in his mouth. Not that far, so let's go get him. Thought for sure I was gonna get him that time. But they keep going away from me. Not like they're spooked, they just keep, they're squirrels. And I think I'm gonna keep going after them a little bit longer, but after that, it's so thick I can't chase them, so. I had a shot on one, but it was a risky shot because he was in some brush. I wasn't gonna take that, either miss or risk wounding him. So. The same squirrel that I had just talked to you about, I followed all the way down into this clearing, and I had an open shot at him, and I took it. And I missed. Problem was, it wasn't quite as clear as I thought, and I hit a stick, tiny little twig that was sticking up in front of him, and he ran away without a scratch up into the woods. But he didn't run that far, so I stayed following this trail, and I was in the middle of the clearing, and there was this down log. I got behind it for some cover, and I waited there for a little while. Thought surely something would come out. While I was looking to my left, way up in the woods at some squirrels that were barking at me, the same squirrel I just shot at was in this snag of willow trees ahead of me. And He was way deep in the brush, but he slowly was making his way towards me. But he just kept jerking me around, man, because he climbed a tree a little bit, start like he's going to come out to the open, and then he'd just go real quick back up the tree or down the tree, or he'd jump on the ground where some briars are. And I just could not get a clear shot for the life of me, and it was kind of ticking me off. By now, I felt like he was just messing with me on purpose, and my patience wore thin, so I decided to go after him myself, and that didn't work. I ended up spooking him off, just like I thought I would. But obviously, he wasn't going to come out where I wanted him to. I'll tell you one thing right now, man. Today, I mean, it started off good with that one squirrel, but every other one has just been in thick stuff. I haven't been able to shoot them. Like all these in here, I've seen like probably 4 or 5 of them I could have had, but they're up there in that thick stuff, and there's no way I can get to them without spooking them off or whatever. Like I'm literally watching one right there, 35, 40 yards from me, but there ain't nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. So I'm refreshing a little bit. I got hot, man. I can't believe how warm it is right now. I'm in a t-shirt in late December. It's crazy. I'm making a business decision to back out of here while I still can, with my sanity intact. Because that squirrel, I'm looking at him 20 yards away, but I can't shoot him, and I won't be able to. He's just in such thick stuff. Seems like I'm going back up here to the same place I was yesterday with my bow. I seen a squirrel, and now there's several more up here. I hear barking. Yeah, check that out. It's gonna be a blast to climb up. All right, here goes either nothing or here goes everything. Whoa. I remember this from yesterday. That sun right in my eyes. Squirrel was right up here. Right there. I have no cover. Between those 2 little trees in front of me. The problem is, I gotta get to him. Between me and him is nothing. So maybe if I know I'm gonna spook him, I gotta get some real cover here. I'm not gonna take a 50-yard shot. Well, I could. I could probably kill him, but I don't want to take a chance on probably. Because you only take a shot for sure. And there he goes. God dang it. He didn't go far. He might not have seen me. If I keep that tree in between me and them, just fine. I'm gonna get up here a little bit closer to him. I think if I can get right here, if I can put my bag down here. Oh my God. This squirrel's an idiot. This squirrel's dumb. God dang it. Why'd I have to take my bag off right there? Come on, sit right. You gotta be kidding me. He didn't see me. I was taking my bag off, but he saw me when I reached for my gun. Don't even make sense. Same as yesterday. These squirrels up here, they use the terrain to their advantage, I guess. And every time they pop their head out and look at me where I could have had a shot, I was on them, but their head was like behind two twigs. One went this way, one went that way. I wasn't gonna try to shoot them through that because I'd probably miss by hitting one of those sticks, or the bullet, might wound them. I don't want that. But this one here, after I sat there for about 10-15 minutes, maybe 20, he come up here to this log right here. He sat here on this log right in the end of it and was eating a nut, just sitting there. Gave me a perfect open shot, and I took it. So let's check out our second squirrel here. Another solid sized squirrel. Another good headshot too. Really good. Dear Lord, thank you for blessing me with this animal. I'm going to use its parts for food. And thank you for blessing me with the opportunity to come out here and spend time in creation and to harvest this animal. And ask that you bless this animal's passage to the next life. Thank you for this, Lord. I always pray for the animal because it is a life I'm taking. I always pray for it because it's a blessing. This slope right here is dangerous, even when it's not wet, simply because all these mossy rocks that you see right here underneath the leaves. But now even the leaves themselves are wet after that rain last night. So you gotta be real careful. One of Fred Bear's rules of hunting: never step on something you can step over. Stepping on this log right here, prime example of that. I'm sure that thing would have either crumbled away and I would have busted my tail, or I slipped on it or something. Instead I stepped around it or over it. Same thing here. Over it. Learned that lesson when I was real young. I stepped on, whoa, here we go, I'm going. I stepped on a pine log when I was little and I fell right on one of the little stubby stalks. About impaled me. That was scary when I was 7. I'm definitely gonna bust my ass here, I just know it. Slippery, I'm already sliding in the mud. Having a camera in my other hand probably ain't smart either. Whoa, jeez. All right, I made it. How about that? I'm down at the creek. Stepping over this big log. Follow the deer trail. Ow. Where? Look at this. Doe estrus gel. I know exactly who left that here. And a select number of people watching this will also know exactly who left this here. We get on them about it all the time. With mid-afternoon closing in on me, I knew that squirrel activity tends to slow down around this time, about 12, 1 o'clock or so, and then picks up later in the day. So I decided to take this time and just sat there and relaxed and was refreshing a little bit. I was eating lunch, which I had packed a container of smoked oysters, which, if you try them, they are good. They're not disgusting like a lot of people say. I'd also packed an energy waffle, which also are delicious, actually, and a bottle of root beer and an orange. But I kept hearing something off to my right while I was eating lunch, like the whole time, for about 5 minutes straight. Didn't sound like a squirrel. It sounded like some kind of crashing noise every once in a while, and it was like, I don't know what that is. I've never really heard that sound in the woods before. So I was a little on edge, and I decided to grab my gun and just lay it in my lap, just in case, I don't know, who knows, a coyote runs at me, which probably wouldn't happen, but you never know. And I kept eating. Well, believe it or not, there were 2 squirrels that just, I swear, if I didn't know any better, I'd have told you they just spawned. They just appeared to my left about 25 yards from me. Because I had just looked over there, I didn't see nothing, I looked to my right, and I looked back to my left, and all of a sudden, here they are coming at me. There's 2 of them, they're just on the ground, kind of hopping along, and I grabbed my gun when he was behind the tree, and when he stepped out, I popped him, and he died instantly. It was another good shot. But I just couldn't believe that I was right in the middle eating lunch, and they just walked right out. So this squirrel ended up being the last one that I harvested for the day. Like I said earlier, there is a slump in activity that I've come to know over the past few years of squirrel hunting, and I didn't want to put any unnecessary hunting pressure on them because I was coming back for day 3 the next day. So after that, I hunted around a little bit, but I decided to just pack it up and head back for the day and come back fresh the next day. Despite the challenging terrain that I was hunting in today, I didn't give up, and I managed to, finish the hunt with a few squirrels and some lessons learned. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the time out in nature, and I'm grateful for you guys tagging along. And for those of you that watched this far, appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for episode 3. It's coming out soon.